Hey, good morning to you. This is Walk and Talk 129. The message is very simple today. You don't know, we don't know, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We only have today. We don't have a guarantee for tomorrow. I want you to listen to these words, just a handful, from James chapter 4, verse 14. You do not know what your life will be like tomorrow, for you are just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes. We don't know. There's many things in life, call them tragedies, call them surprises, call them the unexplainable, that we just cannot figure out. What you do have is right now, this moment, this hour. What this verse is saying is basically, today is September 29th. It's 75 degrees. I'm in this moment. I have this moment right now. There's no guarantees for tomorrow. A couple of weeks ago, a mom and dad left India, flew to Phoenix, Arizona, and greeted their two sons, mid-20s, graduates of ASU. In one of the events of that four-member family, a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday, got in a car and drove to Flagstaff just to spend family time together. And in being together on I-17 near Flagstaff, in that car, a semi-truck lost control, brakes failed, and collided with that family of four and killed them instantly. A family of four got up one morning and their lives are over. We don't know, do we? Tragedy is part of the unexplainable. Yeah, we can say the brakes failed. We can say there was a mechanical failure. But it does leave the question, why? 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 And then the bigger question, why me? I'm gently saying to you, use this verse to humble yourself. Use this verse to recognize there's many things we do not know, we can't figure out. Yet you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow, for you're just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. We don't know, do we? Good morning. We live in a bubble, and beyond that bubble, we don't have control, do we? What we do know is we have the moment in front of us. We don't know 100% about the next moment, the next hour, the next day, the next week. Let me give you a few insights from this verse. Number one, admit you're not God, yet you do not know. Admit you don't know everything. Admit that there is a God who does know. You don't know, but admit there is a God that does know. Next Thursday, we will look at James chapter 4, verse 15, and it says, what you should be saying is, if the Lord wills, we will live and also do this and that. That's for next Thursday. But for today, James chapter 4, verse 14, just remind yourself there is a God. And God does have the final say. You're in this bubble, this moment, this hour, right now. That's all you have. There's no guarantees for the future. I'm suggesting number two, Stay humble. Stay humble. In these verses, as you'll see in the next couple of walk and talks, the word boast. Lots of people are arrogant as if they can control not only their bubble, but the bubble of history, the bubble of next week, the bubble of tomorrow. There's many things you cannot control. Stay humble. Can I just encourage you? If you're the arrogant type or the narcissistic type, if you're the type that thinks that you know all things, you can control all things, your arrogance and your pride is setting you up for a huge failure. Stay humble. Humble humility is acknowledging that you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow. Humility is that gentle spirit. Humility is that reverence that you show to my first suggestion that you do not know, but God knows. You're humble before God. Humility is recognizing your limitations. Humility is recognizing the value of God's ability versus your ability. Humility is saying, God's God. Humility is saying, I don't know, and I'm going to be quiet and learn from God. Let me give you a third suggestion. You do not know what your life will be like tomorrow. Here's a third suggestion. Life changes. Life changes. So stay humble. Believe in God. This idea of life changing, it says here, for you're just like a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Your life is going to change. The good, the bad, or the ugly, you're going to change. Your circumstances. I have a mom and dad that I love, but both have died. Every month as a pastor, I'm at someone's bedside or at a funeral, or I'm talking to family members who have just lost a loved one. Life changes. Many individuals go through divorce. Many individuals become alcoholics, drug addiction. Life changes. Trust God. Life changes. You're like a vapor. There's many things we don't know about tomorrow. I'm gently saying to you, be aware, expect changes. Expect yourself to be in a situation tomorrow that's different from today. Maybe it could be an economic situation, could be a job loss. Life changes. It could be a health issue. Life changes. It could be you're moving to a different house or a different city or a different state due to circumstances that you didn't know about 2, 3, 4 months ago. Life changes. It could be a son or daughter decides to go through that rebellious season of life, and it leaves you devastated. In our church, we have this program called Parents of Addicted Loved Ones, and the family members need help dealing with the changes their sons or daughters or family members are going through due to substance abuse, drugs, alcohol. And it affects everybody. Life changes. Every week I talk to somebody who has a medical challenge. Didn't know it a week ago. Life changes. I'm encouraging you, make sure that you, in your bubble, in your life, you recognize you don't have all the answers inside your bubble or outside. You have limitations, but God does not. We do not know, but God does. I'm encouraging you to recognize that God is sovereign. I'm encouraging you to recognize there is a design, there is a designer. You may not agree with the outcome, you may not agree with what happens, the events of life, but there's still a God. And the mysteries are still there. You still don't have answers. You don't know the why. Why me? Why? Let me give you another suggestion. I said stay humble. I said life changes. Here's another simple suggestion. Be in the moment. Or you've heard it said, live in the moment. You're just like a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes. James chapter 4, verse 14 is just gently saying, focus on the moment. Live in the moment. Don't get your eyes focused too much on tomorrow or next week or next month or next year. Live in the moment. I'm just gently saying to you, enjoy what you have. If you have the ability to get up out of your bed and walk, enjoy. I know a number of people that are in a wheelchair, and a good chance they'll never walk again. And they're learning to live in the moment that they have. You live in the moment. If you can make your own breakfast, enjoy that breakfast. Live in the moment. If you have the ability to read a book, live in the moment. Read that book. Listen to that worship music. Live in the moment. Smile. Many individuals are struggling due to anxiety and panic and worry. Live in the moment. Smile. God is God. Lots of people are struggling because they don't have control, and you don't have control. You live in that little bubble, that life that's small, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Live in the moment. I'm enjoying a walk right now, and I'm talking, and at the same time I have to be conscious that I'm on streets and there's cars that are driving, and I have to live in the moment of watching to make sure a car doesn't run me over. Live in the moment. Be aware of your surroundings. Try not to be stuck on yourself. How do you live in the moment? Remember, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Be a giver. Live in the moment. Give to others. At the same time you're living in the moment and you're giving to others, that's another suggestion. Give to others. Be a blessing to others right now. Also, take time to take care of yourself. Live in the moment. Take care of yourself. You may not have tomorrow. You may not have next week. Or if you want to have next week or next month, take care of yourself, your health, your physical. Go walking, ride an exercise bike. Take care of yourself. Go see the doctor. Live in the moment because you may not have tomorrow. Your life is just like a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Let me give you another suggestion. There's many things we do not know, but this verse is saying your life is like a vapor and it appears for a little while. Your life is short. It's not long. Even if you get 90 years, even if you get 100 years, it's still not long. When you compare to generation after generation, life is short. Someone has said, take time to smell the roses. Take time to dance in the rain. Make sure that today is a day that you feel blessed. Don't focus too much on tomorrow and forget what lies behind. We don't know what we're faced with tomorrow. And today may be your last day. Live in the moment. Life is short. How short can it be? According to this verse, like a vapor. It appears and then vanishes. It appears, you see it briefly, right? That's that vapor. When you breathe and it's cold, you breathe out and within seconds it's gone. There's no guarantees that you're going to live 30 years or 50 years or 80 years. There's just no guarantee. Life is short. Let me give you another suggestion. Because there's so many things we do not know, work hard at being positive, not negative. People need encouragement. People need hope. Be positive. Be cheerful. Lift people up. Lift people up. Inspire people. I know that being positive may not be easy because today's pretty sour maybe, or yesterday was sour. But be positive. It's more blessed to give than to receive. Be positive. You have today. Be positive. List the things that you have that are good. List the things that are working well for you. You can still walk, maybe. You can still smile. You have the ability to pick up a phone or pick up a computer. You can listen to podcasts or walk and talk. Maybe you have a car. Maybe you have money in the checkbook. Maybe you don't. But be positive. I sometimes get down in the summertime when it's 107, 110 degrees and it's miserable. You know, that sun is necessary. That sun was created by God, and that heat is a God's purpose, a God-given purpose. Try to see life from a positive perspective. Often I share Romans 8:28, all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Stay positive. God is at work. Let me read this verse to you one more time. James chapter 4, verse 14. Roger, you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow, for you are just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away. Life is short. Stay positive. Stay humble. Recognize there's many things that you're not going to have the answers to. God has the answers, but many times in life it is a mystery. Answers are not supplied. Remind yourself how fragile, how short life is. Stay humble. Humility is recognizing you're not God. Recognizing that the God who designed everything is still in control. This is Walk and Talk 129, September 29th. That's just a beautiful 75 degrees. If you're trying to answer the question, why me, why, you're facing ambushes or tragedies or things aren't going well for you, I'd encourage you to go to James chapter 4, verse 14 and memorize just a powerful verse and listen to this walk and talk. Today's a great day. Have a good one.